Other big developments related to the Madlanga Commission we need to update you on. And police investigating an attempted murder case following a shooting incident in Dawn Park in Boksburg this morning. The police say Wiandre Pretorius was about to drive into his residence when he was attacked by unknown suspects. Pretorius was mentioned by the late witness D at the Madlanga Commission. Investigations around this are now underway. Newzroom Afrika's Veronica Makhoali, tracking the story, joins us now from the scene. Veronica, good afternoon to you. We've seen so much drama around the commission. What do we know about what happened there this morning?
Well, good afternoon, Stephen. It seems as though the testimony given by witness D at the Madlanga Commission continues to leave behind a violent and bloody trail. Well, this is, of course, as police are investigating a case of attempted murder. This is after the man implicated, of course, in the testimony given by Marius van der Merwe, was allegedly, shot at today with 16 bullets pumped essentially into his vehicle. At the current moment, as you can see, that the scene is quite active. And it's very important as well, Stephen, to essentially go back to who Wiandre Pretorius was. It's understood that witness D, during his testimony at the commission, essentially placed Pretorius at the scene where he was allegedly involved in a cover-up of a murder. During that testimony, he told the commission how essentially Pretorius was among the officers that interrogated the deceased. He says he remembers him going into a room and then seeing Pretorius amongst with SAPS officers putting a plastic over his head, doing the action of tubing him. What, of course, would transpire after that would be the efforts to conceal that body, dumping his body in a lake here in Brakpan. What is also clear is that the attempted hit here has the similar hallmarks and bearings of the execution-style killing of Marius van der Merwe, witness D, who, of course, was gunned down in his driveway in front of his family. I'm going to bring in Provincial Police Commissioner Tomin Tombeni just to give us a little bit more details actually as to what transpired here, Stephen. As we mentioned, the case is and the scene is very much still active. Provincial Commissioner, thank you so much for your time. We once again here in Brakpan seeing really shocking scenes unraveling here. Just talk to us a little bit about what we know and exactly what transpired.
Greetings to viewers. I really appreciate for this opportunity. Indeed, we can confirm that there is a victim. This victim was from a garage in this area, which is Van Dijk Park in Kuruleni, proceeding to where he stays on the street. And as and when he parks in front of his house, it happened that he suddenly have seen a vehicle, the vehicle which have approached him, and then suddenly shots were fired from that vehicle. As shots were fired, and then he tried to save his life, and then he went underneath the car based on the interviews which we have conducted. And after a while, that vehicle sped off, and on observation, the vehicle had 16 bullet holes, and we have, of course, after shooting, you'll of course find, the cartridges on the scene, and we have found the cartridges on the scene. Maybe safe to say or to indicate that we have since assigned the competent investigators, of which these investigators, they are investigating also the case of witness D. And there are, of course, competent investigators of which we have assigned for this case.
So from your preliminary investigations, you are of the belief that this similar attack to that of witness D, can we say that we're seeing suspects trying to essentially cover their tracks, or at least the evidence and the testimony that was put forward by witness D?
That is something which we have to investigate. One cannot really confirm to say there's a concealment of evidence. And up until we put this probing and we put the dots together, it's then that we can confirm in terms of concealment of evidence.
And while I've got you here, Commissioner, talk to me a little bit about the investigation into Witness D's murder. Seeing what has transpired once again here in the community of Boksburg, it does send quite a chill for those that are watching what is transpiring, both for those implicated at the Madlanga Commission.
Well, as I've indicated, that we have put together a competent team under the lead of the Deputy Provincial Commissioner responsible for crime detection, Major General Khumalo. We are convinced that as time goes on, we will be in a position to come publicly to the nation and inform them in terms of the progress, in terms of the investigation of Witness D. We are very much confident that we are about to conclude our investigation. But you have to take note, this investigation, we have to ensure that we link up with other departments, which is a prosecutorial guided investigation. And ultimately we'll make sure that we bring these cases before the court.
And just a final question, Commissioner. When we see this kind of brazen attacks taking place, this is obviously an alleged and attempted assassination. Just the kind of criminality that's taking place, particularly the fact that this is still linked to those within the Madlanga Commission, are we expecting to see a lot more people in incidences and situations such as these where they could be killed for what they know?
I could not make a prediction if I was a fortune teller, and then I will tell you to say exactly this is going to happen. But unfortunately, I'm not a fortune teller. But these incidents do happen, and what is crucial is that we have to work closely with the community, as these crimes, they do happen within the community, by the community. So it is critical that as and when this typical type of crimes they get committed, we get cooperation from the community. For example, you had the case of DJ Waras. We were in a position to can unmask that particular investigation, as now people are going for court. We had the mass killing in Atteridgeville. We know for the fact that through this collaboration of the community, we managed to arrest an individual, recover some firearms. So also this one, we hope and we are confident we will be in a position to can come closer to this particular case. The issue relating to Madlanga Commission in terms of the linkages is something of which one will not comment about that, but because there is a spokesperson for Madlanga Commission. So it is important that one must not end up talking as if now I'm taking over as a spokesperson for Madlanga Commission.
And in regards to suspects, the individuals involved, do we know if they were more than one individuals? And also just give us a quick update on the case at all, if a case has been opened.
For Witness D?
No, for this murder of the individual here.
No, the murder of individual, of course. The individual, as we say, is unharmed, and then we have obtained his statement, and we are following the leads, and we're hopeful that in terms of technology, we will be in a position to can get some leads in terms of the technology. You can see this area, according to my observation, is affluent, suburb, and we will be in a position to can get some sort of a technology which will assist us in terms of investigation.
Right. Well, thank you very much for your time. That was, of course, the Provincial Police Commissioner, Tommy Ntombeni. They're giving us the details of what transpired here, Stephen. As I've mentioned, of course, the scene still very much active as police try and comb through just that bakkie over there. That white vehicle is exactly where Wiandre Pretorius was stationed, where his vehicle was pumped with 16 bullets, an alleged attempted assassination on his life. And of course, the question then continues to hang if whether those who appear before the Madlanga Commission will now start to be systematically silenced as police, of course, continue the investigation, but also hearing an update that the investigation into Witness D murder is at an advanced stage from the police. Back to you, Stephen.
Veronica Makhoali, thank you very much indeed on the situation there in Dawn Park in Boksburg.